Hey yo, welcome to my visual journal in which I share a raw update of my life and business. I will go down in exactly what I worked on, some of the struggles, and as well some of the lessons I learned from running a business while traveling. Currently, I'm in Switzerland, but this episode is about the last 2 weeks of 2025, which was in the Netherlands at home and my parents, and more about that soon. So, raw business update. And I want to share exactly what I worked on in my business. And if you don't know what my business is, it's a community for early stage founders where they can really come together and get to that first stable income, and have the people around them and the support they need in the meantime. And yeah, what I worked on for the community was two calls. So we had a clarity workshop in which I shared a framework with all the members to get a bit more clarity. So, what these steps are was first connect with the bigger vision. So, what is it that I really actually want to go towards? Then the second step is what is the current bottleneck or bottlenecks I'm having? So, what is holding me back from going there? And then one step deeper. So, step number three is why? Like, what is the actual inner block? Like, what is holding me back? What's stopping me from doing this? Like, what is creating this bottleneck actually? And then you create a small action plan, which is one focus for the next 30 days. What am I going to focus on that will get me closer to my bigger vision? And then one outcome. So, what is one clear outcome that I want to have in 30 days? And what are three trackable actions I can have that will measure the steps to get there? That will be measurable to get there. But there was also more I worked on for calls. We had the monthly family chat, which is a monthly call with all the members in which I just get together and get to just hang out with each other. And as well, in this one, this was the last one of the year. We shared all our wins of the year. We reflected on what went well, what could have been better. And it was just so great to hear everyone sharing their wins, seeing all the progress everyone made since they joined. And yeah, it was just great. As well, there was a guided meditation by one of the members, Mathieu, to get everyone grounded. And it was also super cool. And yeah, at the end, we looked to what is everyone goals for the next year. Yeah, super excited to see what everyone's going to do this year. I also worked on improving the sales process. I felt I could get better at objection handling. So I went into Miro board and really wrote down a flow chart of every way I will handle different objections. But there was even more. I also worked on gathering feedback because now the community has been live for 3 months. So it's really time to get some good feedback, also get some info for testimonials, and just, yeah, see what the product could be improved on and what's working well as well. So I did a one on one call with all the members to see what they liked and didn't like. And as well, I sent out a survey to get even more feedback. And then finally, I also worked on creating some content for IG. But now into the struggle of the week. Yeah, it was a big one. I actually kind of felt burned out. Um, and I realized this because I just felt so tired and then I wanted to finish a few things, but I started working so ineffectively, getting frustrated of that. And then really the lesson is here to listen to your body and actually slow down. Because now I worked for 5 days. I was just trying to finish a few things, but I just should have taken rest beforehand. Because when I did take rest, I could afterwards finish it so easily, so much quicker. Yeah, so really listen to your body and slow down. And then the win is that I actually slowed down. So after I realized this, I actually slowed down, took really some rest. Then I finished those last few tasks and then I took even more rest, which I also needed. And that was great. Just reading and meditating like 2, 3 hours a day. And it felt, yeah, really calm, really peaceful, and really exactly what I needed during the Christmas New Year time. Just really settle down. And another win was that, like, when coming back from traveling, I was still in a good mood because before I went, I was like really, I hated being at home and I didn't want to get back in this mood when I got home. I wanted to still be present, still enjoy life and be focused. And it actually happened. So that's really nice. And what I think helps for this is really before, like, be aware of that this is going to happen. So I was very mindful that, okay, I'm going to go home and I'm going to still be in the same mood, still going to be present, mindful, and I'm not going to like get in this negative mood again. So that really helped. The lessons from running a business while traveling. The first one is that it actually is possible. It works. And if you think about it, please do it because it's amazing traveling and running a business. What does work for me is doing it in a slow way. So staying in one place for 1 or 2 months and really get settled in a normal routine. And then another tip is really go to co-working spaces because this is where other people are working and actually also living there more longer term. It's a really great way to connect and meet different people. Also, take some days off to really explore and rest. Don't try to like balance everything in one day. Just have some days that are more work orientated and some days that are more really like leisure orientated and exploring and seeing the place. This is what I didn't do enough, and yeah, it's just really nice to have a free day and just explore as well. Um, and then lastly, and the biggest one is really the people make the place. So if you're just traveling alone the whole time and working on your business alone the whole time, this is just it's just not it. Like I did this in the beginning and I felt very lonely. Then luckily I met a lot of super great people and this changed everything. So it's all about the people that you meet and the people really make the place. So that's the biggest lesson I actually learned is that it matters with who you're traveling. So that were those lessons. Then let's go into my personal pursuits. So here I will dive deep into all my personal hobbies, things I did. And I love reading, and I finished Psychology of Money, which is an okay book. What it really showed me is that have a strategy with your money that makes you sleep at night, which I think is a good one, and that the safer, like more secure way, sure way, like 100% or not 100%, but more sure way to money is to just save and a slower way. And what I like is to have a business which is risky and then invest maybe in a more safer way. But yeah, it's okay. But that's all I got out of it. And then I also finished Reality Chan Surfing. And Reality Chan Surfing is a life changing book. Highly recommend it. It's really long. But what I really like the main concept is that the world is really a mirror of your inner state. So really what you think and how you feel and how you see everything is really what the world gives back to you. So if you think the world is hard and the world is like against you, the world will be against you. And if you see in everything opportunity and um, great things will come actually. And so that's really one thing I really take with me. Um, and there's this beautiful quote, which I now forgot, but if I remember correctly, it's by Tony Robinson, and he said, "The world we don't experience life; we experience what we focus on." And I think this is really, um, it's the same concept. Then I started the Heart of the Buddha's Teaching, which is already a super great book, but I will tell a lot more about that next week. What was really nice is that I stuck to my 6 a.m. morning routine. So waking up at 6 a.m. Then I did Qigong, and there's this great guy on YouTube. I'll share him with you. He's super cool what he's doing, and I really love following his videos. And yeah, he just makes me so happy. Then I also attempted the 30-hour no phone detox and water fast. But what happened was I planned to run with a friend, and then I said, "Yeah, I'm on the fast, so I cannot run that long." And then he said, "Yeah, we'll just do a short run." But then I don't know, we just kept talking, and then it was a 12-kilometer run in the end. And then I came home and I fainted, so that was great. Um, but yeah, that was that. Then the question of this week is: am I slowing down enough, or am I forcing trying to finish things, but being totally ineffective and wasting my time, basically? Let me know. See you next time.